Good afternoon, everyone. My name is John Chapman. I'm one of the co-founders and chief strategy officer for EverFi. I'm here to tell you a little bit about our story, where we've been and where we're going in the future. So to start off in the beginning, this picture thankfully is now black and white because the amount of gray hair that both my partner Tom Davidson and I have in the 5 years since we took this picture in the middle of a cotton field in Texas has certainly increased. One of the things that this picture represents for us as a company is when we wanted to build an education technology company, we wanted to build one that was not just the biggest, not just the most valuable one in the world, we wanted to build one of the most important companies in the world. And we wanted to do it one child at a time, one school at a time, driving across the country. And so literally when we launched our company, we got in a Winnebago that you see there from Cruise America. And we started in Newark, New Jersey, and we drove all the way to Los Angeles, California. And this was taken in the middle of that launch, literally in a cotton field in the middle of Texas. So what we tried to do was build a company that three of us went to a small college in Maine, and we all had student loans, we all had debt, and we didn't know anything about financial literacy. And what we saw was a need to teach students financial literacy, but also other critical skills. So what did we do in the last 5 years here at EverFi? We built a learning platform around critical skills, teaching students about these skills like financial literacy, digital literacy, alcohol responsibility. And what we decided to do is we wanted to build a company that could really scale, that could reach a lot of students at a population level, and we've had some tremendous amount of success doing that. We have 1,000+ paying customers. We have 5.5 million students who've gone through our program, and we work with 5,000 school districts across the country. In that time, we've grown our company from those three individuals you saw on the side of the road in Texas to over 130 employees across 24 states who've helped bring our program to schools, one child at a time, one school at a time, one teacher at a time. And in many ways, what we look at in the marketplace today is there's a lot of folks out there focused on learning management systems, assessments, a lot of folks focused on Common Core and what's going after the core subjects. What we want to be is that third category, going after critical skills, all the things that aren't touched in the core subject areas that really make a difference. And we've got some great folks behind us. We've got leaders from the tech space as well as some of the biggest investors in the world because we, like them, believe we can build a very important company. As you look at what our critical skills platform is, you'll see as follows. It's really built around these critical areas like financial literacy that take the latest in new media, gaming, and virtual world and meet a student where they're used to consuming media outside the classroom, in the classroom. So we work on a co-curricular basis in classes. So whether it's in high school for our financial literacy course, EverFi, whether it's Vault in elementary school and a social studies course, or whether it happens to be Ignition in middle school to teach students about digital responsibility and anti-cyberbullying, we do it on a co-curricular basis. We also work in higher ed. We work around some of the most critical skills in higher ed, alcohol responsibility, relationship violence prevention, going out and working with students as they're coming in as first-year students to learn these skills and understand the importance. And not only do we have great content on the front end, but really we have a whole data layer underneath that really informs and provides a tremendous amount of insight to our partners at the school and sponsor level. So who have we worked with across the country? We are now in 69 of the 100 largest districts across the country. These are as many folks have said before, these aren't easy places to work with. They don't move very quickly, but we've built great relationships, one school district at a time, really growing these relationships to work and get our stuff in there on a co-curricular basis, which is really important. On the higher ed side, we've also developed a tremendous footprint. We work with almost 40% of all incoming students, as you can see here, in some of the most notable and large residential universities across the country. Those students consume our content around alcohol responsibility, student loan management, as well as relationship violence prevention as they come in as first-year students, and that is really for a college president, for a dean of student affairs, this is a real inoculation to try to get their students to understand these really crucial issues. On the K-12 side, while we get those deans of student affairs and those college presidents to pay for our services in higher ed, on K-12 what we've been able to do is really innovate and to develop an entire third-party payer network around what we're doing in schools. So what we do is connect the corporate sector, foundations, large companies, financial services companies, with communities they care about across the K-12 landscape. So if you look at a bank like US Bank, they're supporting our financial education program in San Francisco, San Diego, and St. Paul. Capital One Bank sponsors our programs in Newark, New Jersey, Prince George's County, Maryland, New Orleans, Louisiana, and Houston, Texas. All these folks providing a scalable, private labeled solution to go and give back to their communities that they really care about. And that's really been, for us, one of the big differentiators. We've got folks who pay us, who we deliver great programs for at scale across the country. One of the other things that Steve Case mentioned earlier today, there's a lot of regulatory challenges in education. And one of the things that we think provides us a unique opportunity is we really speak to policymakers in a way around issues that they really care about. And so one of the things that we've been able to do with our partnerships is we deliver the program out to schools, we deliver great technology for teachers and students, we deliver great value for our customers, but we also give political leaders something to stand behind. So some of these events, as you can see here, where we've got the governor of Kansas up in a school in Topeka, and then we've got the equivalent of the governor of Kentucky and Coach John Calipari launching our elementary school program across all public elementary schools in Kentucky. We brought some great folks to the table to really celebrate this and create value for our partners. And again, on the front end of what we're doing, we're delivering so much around these critical skills in the classroom, which is great front-end content. You know, students go in and consume this. Again, we're bridging the gap between what they're consuming outside of the classroom and inside the classroom. But one of the things that it really does for us and creates real value is the data that comes out of it. The insight we can provide for a college campus to understand their drinking and relationship violence trends. The issues we can help superintendents understand around student loan preparation, anti-cyberbullying initiatives. These are all sticky issues that right now leaders don't have a lot of insight into. We can provide that through the reporting and through the assessment engine that is just using our platform in the classroom. And that creates a tremendously valuable experience for the folks we work with. And then lastly, what we do is when we started out in Texas, we were in the middle of a cotton field, and we didn't know if we would ever build a company that was important, that could scale. But at the end of the day, what we really come back to is having an impact on students. And so these set of pictures here to us represent some of the more illustrative and impactful vignette of our experience so far. And it's ironic because it happened in Houston. This is at Franklin Elementary School and Houston Independent School District, where we not only brought together one of our financial services customers who licenses our Vault elementary school software, which is BBVA Compass, but we also brought together the National Basketball Association. You can see James the Beard Harden, who's an all-star for the Rockets this year, came to a classroom, supported the students working on our curriculum, and you can see the CEO of BBVA Compass and a number of our team members there were there to celebrate this occasion. So at the end of the day, the value of being able to go out there and launch programs at scale around these critical skills that the private sector and foundations really care about and schools need help with, we're able to go out there and provide that and also provide a really colorful and meaningful story so that when we, at the end of the day, look back at what we've done, we know we're in it for the long haul. We want to build, again, not the most valuable company, not the biggest company. We want to build one of the most important companies in education. Thank you for your time.